What's happening, sports fans? We welcome you back to another Prep Insider. We'll do the dramatic swipe to reveal it's the Santana Sultans, the 4-0. Look, I published the unbeaten thing, and there's 2-0 teams, there's 3-0 teams. Everyone comes in a different flavor and variety. So currently 4-0 as we talk to you guys. Let's go down the line real quick. Name, grade, and position, because we all only know you with a helmet and a jersey on. So this is first time seeing all of your smiling faces.
I'm Jackson Dolan, number 75, and I play offensive lineman.
Close enough. You speak loud. We're good.
My name's Ethan Wright. I'm a senior this year, and I play pretty much every position on offense.
Now, you say pretty much. How many of the 11 offensive positions have you actually suited up at? Have we done the line yet?
No line. Just
Coach, is that an
skill.
option? Is there a game where we can get how big does the league need to be to have him at left tackle?
May not even be about lead. Sometimes it's just about our situations with COVIDs and other stuff that happens. You never know.
I can give you a nice little pull, Coach, on a trap. Come on.
Can we rotate that mic over there for him just so we can hear you a little bit better?
He's already been a slot, the quarterback, wide receiver. So he's already and running back. So he's played.
Has there been a practice at least where you have just been at the line? No?
I've tried, but
okay. Well, so what I'm curious is most coaches, when I joke around and ask that, they go, No. I had one kid in here begging to return one punt, and Coach Hines kept going, I love you, man, but no, I'd go all out 11 block before. So, but I like that the chance remains that there could be some like trick gadget play where you line up as an eligible lineman or something like that.
I don't rule out anything.
Deal.
Nick Ledger. I'm a junior, and I play quarterback.
Logan Jordan. I'm number 5. I play middle linebacker and a little bit of running back.
I'm Braden Bashir. I'm number 30. I play running back and linebacker.
And we had you on our Instagram last, yes?
Yes, you did.
That feel nice? Was that your longest touchdown ever?
Yeah. It was one of my first.
My longest one was 7 yards. So, like, I know anything of what being in the open feels like. It was awful. Coaches, please.
Coach Taylor, I kind of run the show here.
And how many years have you been running the show here?
What year did I graduate? 2015. So fall 2015. Even during when I was in high school.
I was gonna say if you had to delineate it at graduation, that feels like when you were officially hired.
Officially a coach at 2015.
Hi, I'm Tim S. is the head coach, and I've been coaching there since 2000. I've been the head coach since 2012. And she is right. She kind of runs the show.
And, Coach, how does this year stack up to some of your other starts? 4-0 has to feel pretty nice. Also, the microphone moves, so you don't have to be Neo from the Matrix talking the mic. There you go.
No, 4-0 is amazing, obviously. Much better than the alternative, of course. And who doesn't like
We'll put that on the poll at SD Prep Insider. Does 4-0 feel better than 0-4 every single time? You can find all our polls.
Anybody says the alternative, that is...
Hey, look, we put some weird polls out, and we get some weird answers back just because you always like to find out who your audience is. Yeah. So, but 4-0 from this squad, and we'll ask you guys now, what feels best? The offense, the defense, is everything clicking? I mean, I know 4-0 is hard to find any holes in your own game, but do you guys still have hunger and room for improvement internally?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Of course. Everywhere.
So that's the unanimous decision, yes.
Okay, so, I mean, you just want to be the goal is 70 and a shutout every single week? That's where, where's the bar set for you guys the next couple weeks?
I mean, as long as we get better, that's what we're hoping for.
Okay, that loses a lot of enthusiasm and then a cliche answer. But, so I'm pulling up your schedule right now. You guys... I was going to say, you're headed now into some of the fun games. Who is the rival? Is it it's just West Hills?
Yes. Everybody pretty much right now. Everybody. We're undefeated, so it's pretty much everybody right now.
I would like to say El Cap's pretty rivalry-ish too, but everybody...
It's like small beef.
If you've ever gone to a West Hills Santana game, even when both teams are good or one team is significantly better than the other, every single person in Santee is at that game. You can't park within miles of either school.
Yeah. Not even
Yeah, there's everybody in Santee, alumni, everyone comes to that game.
It's the Mayor's Trophy?
Mayor's Trophy? Dale Cup.
The Dale Cup,
Yeah.
the Mayor's Trophy. Look, I have to ask the rival and the trophy questions because I don't even pretend like I can keep all of them straight and organized.
Yeah.
You guys did a really interesting thing there where all 5 of you kind of answered at the same time. I would just like to see from now on, when I ask a question, all of you give me all of your answers at the same time, and we'll let the people pick which they want to listen to. An overtime win against Coronado, and then the 2 where you had some pretty big margins of victory, and then a close one against Sweetwater. Have you guys been able to enjoy all? I mean, like, are all of these feel like pretty enjoyable Friday nights? Like, none of these feel like, oh, that was a slugfest and we hate it. Like, sometimes you win and you walk away going, ugh. Yeah. Feels pretty good. Yes?
Yeah, all of our games
Good
felt
game.
I don't know about
amazing.
the coaches, but we definitely felt good.
You guys have Valhalla next, then Mount Miguel, El Cap, Monte Vista. So West Hill's still a little bit a ways away, and I'm assuming you're gonna say we're taking it 1 week at a time type nonsense.
Exactly.
Who gave me the Oh, where are you already looking?
Playoffs.
Oh, jeez, Coach, I like him.
that's
I
our goal.
like him. I'm sure you don't, because of that adds a little anxiety hearing playoffs already. You guys got the full on-campus experience, like back to pep rallies and everything, and turning out on a Friday night? Yeah?
Yeah.
So crowds easier to get? Is it easier to get people to come to games at 4-0?
When
Very
you're winning,
nice.
How frustrating is that? Like, you like fake friends, right? Where you're like, get out of here when like now you want to show up?
when we're winning.
Do you turn people away though and say, nah, like we don't want no new friends? No, you want everybody coming out to those games?
Yeah.
So this one will be a home game on Friday night against Valhalla. What's the atmosphere like for a Santana game? Is there something specifically special that you guys do?
Like our principal said this morning, electric.
Electric. Yep.
So just so you know, most of the people watching this were not there in that moment for your principal saying this. Yeah. Was this over announcements, or was he just kind of like
The loudspeaker
walking
at
through
school.
Over loudspeaker.
Because I like to
the whole school.
Because I like that, but I also just like to picture him just kind of walking through campus, being like popping into a classroom, being like electric. Yes.
That's a good one.
I don't know what your principal looks like, so this could
Bald and tall.
bald and tall. Oh, even better. Just
There's like copy
just-
and paste of them. There's like 3 that look
just
the
a
same.
tall head coming in, going electric.
Exactly.
Whispers it every time, and you guys are like, yeah. So who has control of the aux cord is always a big thing that I like to figure out with teams, because this.
I don't know about that one.
Who else?
You play a lot of
Edgar,
country
Anthony.
music.
No,
Okay, wait. Coach can answer actually who has control of it. Then we can get to who has good taste in it. Who?
I have no idea who has
I
control
think it
of
gets.
it.
I think it gets passed.
There's two different speakers.
It's a group effort.
I think
Pretty
it's
much.
passed.
So there's 2 different speakers. There's the speakers that the stands can hear, and then there's the speaker that's
Oh no,
on
I'm
the
only
field.
interested in the team's pregame.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Their
yeah.
pregame stuff, I have no idea who has it. They bring their own little
I think
speaker.
Anthony's got the locker room.
Edgar and you.
Anthony's got the
Oh,
locker
you let
room.
Edgar pick the music?
That's what I said.
That's concerning.
Whenever he
Hey.
stands there.
What do we not approve of Edgar's? Why do we not like Edgar's music choice?
It's
He's
Edgar.
just one of those guys.
It's Edgar.
It's just Edgar.
You guys,
see a picture
you guys,
of him?
yes, you guys are really big on inside jokes. Very big. We will add that to
he
the
is
poll.
the
Is
walk-up
Edgar
song
just Edgar
and
at SD Prep Insider on Twitter, on Instagram?
Tag Edgar in podcast.
That's it.
EDGAR.
Yeah, EDGAR.
That's Edgar for you guys.
What
picture did you show?
He has walk-up song. Ethan has walk-up song and early outs music. That's about it.
And we have settled that we actually like where we're at, because the 4-0, I feel like sometimes teams start getting really weird and superstitious. So even though you don't like Edgar's music, we're going to leave it in until a loss.
Yes. It
He's
works.
got the music.
And then we kick his ass off of the
Exactly.
What else? You guys seem like you're pretty loosey. Like you didn't come in here with military precision and yes, sir, we're here to win, sir. Like you seem like you're kind of a fun, loose group of dudes. Is this the atmosphere of the team? Like
Yes.
coaches wise, I feel like that's always a tightrope that coaches try to walk. Is let them be themselves but not lose focus. How have you guys done that this year?
Yelling at us.
Well, yeah, we do a lot of that too.
A lot of running too.
We do some running as well when they're doing stuff. But the guys, they keep it together enough that we don't have to do that very much. And with this year and last year, the COVID stuff has really made it an unusual situation that we've been in. And so a little more things are a little more lax on certain areas. So,
You say unusual. How so?
a lot more people say, well, I'm sick. I need to go get a COVID test. What are you going to do? Okay. Just let it go. And a lot of times, people weren't necessarily sick or they would, be at a practice, but now it's.
I sneezed 45 minutes before you guys got here, and I was worried about calling this all off.
So that's what I mean. So everybody go, okay, go home. And it's like, all right. And so it's a little bit different here. A couple years ago, we just said go to practice. We'll figure it out. But now it's, okay, go get a COVID test.
Well, I very vividly remember, and this is not to say, back in my day I was this was just poor decision making I made. I had like 102 fever.
Sure.
And I dragged my ass out of bed to go to practice because I was like, it's the playoffs. And my mom's like, you're a sophomore. Chill. And I'm like, no, Mom, I'm going to make it. They're going to see my toughness. And I got there and coach was like, just
stay way over there.
10 more yards that way. Just don't sneeze on anybody good. Go catch punts. Anything structurally fundamentally changed post-COVID? Because I've had some coaches be like, yeah, we do install a little bit differently. We just do Zoom meetings. I don't have kids hanging out at practices. Or are you back to normal though?
We're back to normal. Everything's back to normal. We have we have the locker rooms. We have our stuff on the field. We have film on Saturdays. Everything's back to normal that way.
None of that changed.
Yeah, no, we're all back to normal.
Perfect.
For that part. Yeah.
Open question, and I know that this is a little bit further and further away now, but I have to ask all the football players. You guys are the only group that will ever have done a spring season. Other states allow some variations of padded up spring. I know we were saying that one of you guys was a lacrosse player.
I'm one as well. Yeah.
2 lacrosse players.
I play baseball.
Baseball. Knowing that you guys are multi-sport athletes, I would love to get your answer. No, please. No, this is great. I love all the talking at the same time. Would you guys want 2 weeks of a spring practice season with maybe one game at the end of that? Would coaches, open question.
I mean, more football. It's our senior year.
Yeah.
So a lot of us have the spring ball tryouts basically, get everyone out during spring, and I don't think we've ever had a spring ball with a baseball player. So that's where I see it is we won't have. And last year when we had the overlapping seasons, I want to say Ethan was one of them that did not play in the spring because he went to baseball.
Me and Braden did both.
I didn't do both.
Braden, we lost Braden to lacrosse last year, but I think we lost about 12 kids plus on varsity to baseball.
It's a big sport at your school.
It's a big. Baseball's an open division. Our baseball team's an open division sport at our school.
Yeah, it sneaks up when people see that at the end of the year and they're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
They're like, Santana rocks at baseball.
Mm-hmm. And so all of our kids we encouraged all of our kids to go play baseball last year, but that's just something that whenever we do spring ball, we never have baseball players, which a lot of our baseball players are starters for us.
My curiosity is exactly that. Everybody always loves football, but for now talking about it other states do this. No. I feel like a lot of people are like, Loki, I wouldn't want 2 more weeks of it. I like it where it is. I like it how it is. I would prefer my other sport.
We also coach multiple sports, so we don't want to do it either.
I was going to say, I would prefer probably not to. Like I said, we set up our spring ball, because I work with the baseball coach. Him and I teach class together. And I go, when's your last practice or last game? Because then I go, we'll start spring ball after that so we get the younger kids.
Please tell me he always circles the championship as the last game.
Yes, I say when's the last regular season practice for you guys? So then I go, I get the younger kids that can come out, and then I go because then I want to know because I want to come watch the playoff game. So it always works out pretty good that way. But it's such a late year in the year. We don't want to also run our spring ball into finals. So it's I'd rather just do what we do.
Yeah, no, I thought and I keep asking this to all the football teams because I thought I would get so much, we loved it. Let's do it every year. We always loved it. I've gotten one coach in here that said one thing about, I have a lot of younger kids that would be really beneficial for their tackling and safety if they got a couple more weeks. But that was it. Nothing. Yeah. Everyone else is like, no, I want to go do my other stuff. I want to go play my other sports. And I love hearing that because
I encourage every guys to go play other sports. And I even tell the baseball guys because they didn't get it the year before when they shut it down. Go play baseball, guys. Go have a great time. And high school's such a short amount of time in your life. Go play the other sports.
Which is crazy because a lot of people question the athleticism of baseball players constantly.
A baseball player can play any sport.
Yes.
If they want to.
Pitch. Is that what baseball players can play any sport?
Can't.
Can't.
Yes.
Make fun of all the baseball players.
Pitchers are athletes too. That's all. That I spent 4 years of college,
Except for Jason.
except for Jason. Do we have photographic evidence to back that up? Oh my! Wow, you guys come prepared to throw shade at everybody.
He told me to shut up.
Jeez.
He told me to shut
He looks like a penguin. He runs
He like water.
Runs with his
with the hands because you guys are all doing the hands motion.
Logan, didn't we all just make fun of you at film the other day for running?
Hey,
You look like a cartoon guy, like running away from somebody.
did Jason get a touchdown?
That's
Fair
perfect.
enough.
He's a cartoon guy running away from somebody until he's seen somebody, and then he hits him.
So wait, cartoon isn't like the legs spin,
Yeah.
but he's not going anywhere.
His arms are like going. He looks like he's running away from someone, like terrified. He has a football and he's like running like this. It's quite
Nice.
funny.
Nice. I can respect that. Film feels like it probably is hard to keep them focused for the duration of a whole game. I would like the. I'd like the.
good about
I think
it.
we're pretty good.
Because I was gonna say I would like.
Some were
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah, there's film like everything else. It's a learning thing because what you remember in the game it isn't quite always factual for with reality when the film shows. No, you really didn't do that well.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude,
Could you imagine that?
exposed? How many linemen were like, I messed that guy up on that play, and then you go to the.
Let me tell you something. Where's Kua?
We were missing like the first 4 plays.
We're gonna have to start a body count for you guys.
So the film's humbling for a lot of people sometimes.
It'll cut you down to size.
And because we always try to say, hey, we got to learn from this part. Because look, we did this or this or this, but it is very humbling when they go, oh, wait a minute, maybe it wasn't quite as good as I thought.
Yep. I had a couple of film instances where there was like a turnover, and that's where people really get exposed because you'll see the two people like look and see where the ball is, and then they're like, I'm not getting there. Nah. And then you're like, what are you doing, man? Get back and try and make the play. And he's like, no, coach, I'm a lineman. There's a DB was going to handle that or something like that, or a wide receiver was going to handle that, and you always have a couple people exposed. Man, I'm looking down the schedule. You guys got home the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Away, home. You end at a couple away. What's the better feeling? Winning a big game at home or silencing a huge road crowd?
I think I like
The
winning
away
away.
games are better when it's like a certain event. Like if it's their Hoko night or their senior night, that's when it's like, like that's the most intense. But at home, it's always a great feeling.
Mr. Commissioner. I got Santana in studio, and you're on the show right now. Can I give you a call back in a little bit? All right. Commissioner Hines says hi. Talk to you later. We leave everything in. Hey, it's always been my rule. If somebody calls you during the show, you have to answer it. So I doing that to myself because I'm the rude one here. So wait, you were saying you like it if it's a homecoming or a blast off or whatever it is, a senior night. You like to wreck those.
I like to upset them.
Do we have any of those on this? Like, do we know
Sweetwater.
if the Sweetwater one
This is
is?
their first home game, and then
First home game of the season.
Oh, that's doing them dirty.
yeah,
One on the Hail Mary.
and one on a Hail Mary
Oh, sort of. Yeah.
or hitch and go.
Because Sweetwater, with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game, they had the ball. Unfortunately, they had a player that was injured, and so we're waiting for them to get that stuff taken care of. And I literally was talking to Taylor, and I said, "We're down by a point. There's 2 minutes. We have one timeout left. They can run the clock out." And we actually thought
And they can run the ball a little too.
And I go, I don't know how we're going to get out of this. I'm not sure what we can do. We came up with some crazy, wild ideas to see what we could try to do. And we talked, and the defense guys go, hey, they've had some trouble on the exchange sometimes or with the center and quarterback. And we go, all right, let's run a couple plays and we'll call timeout if we have to, then figure out what we have to do. And they fumbled the ball to us, and we threw a hitch to Ethan, and then we turned around, threw a hitch and go to the Anderson, and got a touchdown of it.
I do hate usually the can you show respect to the team and whatever, but I personally feel like Sweetwater is a South Bay team that people don't understand. Like, they're making the moves upwards. Yes? So you guys actually play them like,
Yes.
and the way they execute it, I've gotten to see it now a couple of times. I'm like, they take L's still, but they're right on the cusp of
Right there.
like that
It was
could
a
be
tough
a
game.
year or two from now. That could be an 8-2 type
Sure.
Sweetwater team.
Yes.
They were undefeated in the spring, yeah? They were one of
What does that even mean, though? Like, what does anything in that spring season meant? Helix was dropping games left and right. Like, I don't know. That spring. I don't know what to make of that spring season because people weren't playing or sitting stuff out. Yeah, our intern is. If she gets too frisky, we got one more of these for her.
She heard it.
Yeah, exactly. Petco, whenever you want to start sponsoring us. I like asking seniors. I know it's kind of an open-ended question. You don't really have an answer prepped and ready for it, but what do you want the legacy to be of your senior class? What are you guys hoping to leave? The energy?
What we brought.
Yeah. Being remembered.
Exactly. Like being remembered as like when someone says class of 2022, I want to be like, oh, that was the most energetic class that we had, most best student section that we had, like most all around humble players we had, like just a good reputation for all of us.
We'll see how that holds up. We'll see how humble holds up if you go 10-0. But you know, we'll go from there. The other seniors want to chime in, or we have what, 3 seniors? Yeah. Four.
I mean, I just like how we all leave it on the field and we don't take anything home with us. We all go 100%.
Yep, 100% all hard on the field. And then that bus ride home feels really nice after the win.
Especially charter buses.
Yep, the charter buses are nice.
That is actually a big topic of conversation is what bus we're having.
It really it
And
is.
before the game,
You've
we get a charter
you've
bus.
spoiled them rotten.
Well, no, our district is short of bus drivers, so sometimes we have a charter bus, sometimes we don't. Or half and half, one there, one back. So it's quite the topic of conversation is which bus.
Or we don't have a bus.
Yeah,
That's
they show up
happened
like
too.
30 minutes late.
Yeah.
We had to drive back
Us a
from
couple
Coronado.
times.
Yeah.
Well, no, hopefully your parents.
Nice.
drove.
That feels awful. That feels horrible. That feels like
So, it
At
happens.
least that was only from like Coronado, not Brawley or something like that.
But I was going to say one thing about
Like
this.
the smallest parking lot in the town.
The guys that they say they're talking about the legacy and stuff, but we've had to come back in 3 of the 4 games, and so that's one of the things that's a testament to these guys. They figure out a way to come back even when stuff has happened, and we come back and win the game. So it's been a lot of fun.
You guys just have that switch that you flip, or what is it? Like, you panic? You all get angry at each other? Like,
Just find a way.
I feel like fighting to the end is like our actual team motto. Like we fight until that last whistle or until the clock runs to 0.
and fight with each other, or
Yeah,
fight with
fight with each other. And
you're able to
like,
put it
I
all
feel
away. Like, oh,
yeah, I feel
said
like
some
that's
pretty
when we
mean things
come
back
together.
there, but we won.
I
So.
feel like that's when we all come together the most is when we realize we're down, we have that much time to go, and we just put it all out on the field.
Because I mean, you guys, I know I see an Atlanta hat, but a Padres hat. Like, to me, that was the thing about Tatis last year. Was like, whenever he was angry, I was happy.
Yeah.
Because I knew he's gonna hit a ball to the freaking moon right now out of just sheer anger. So I like to hear that there's a little bit of that, like, damn it, we shouldn't be down 14, and then you guys all get on each other. Because that to me shows that's true friendship. Is when you can do that. We didn't get all the answers though from everyone's senior class down the line as to what you want the legacy to be. Oh, we did get everybody's?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm distracted making sure the intern doesn't lick anybody.
I mean, impacting the younger kids, setting an example, showing them how.
Do you feel impacted? Do you feel the energy?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Alrighty. Well,
Attaboy.
we will.
Yeah, we like that.
I am really close with all the seniors.
Yeah, put both mics in his face.
Yeah. I like hanging out with the seniors. That was I always hang out with them. We always hang out on a Saturday after a big win, and it's our whole group. And I don't know. I think the seniors impacted us the most, and they're gonna be missed a lot.
It's going to be hard to replace. Well, folks, 4-0 right now. They got Valhalla, Mount Miguel, El Cap the next couple weeks, and it's kind of there's a clear path to this being one of the best teams in San Diego this year. So definitely want to go check them out. We will have all the information in our bio or below this video. I forget what to say for which platform. We'll just have the info for you so that you can watch it. We'll also tag their team so you can follow them on social media. Guys, thank you so much for being on with us. Best of luck. Is there a saying this year? Is it a go
All gas, no brakes.
No breaks.
all gas, no brakes?